friends, I am Dominic Bytes. Welcome to another episode of Byte Club Cinema. Today we'll be watching Faraway Paladin episode 10. Yay! When this is done, I'll only have 2 more episodes left for season 1, which is pretty dang awesome. So last episode had a nice long discussion about some of the world building stuff they put in there, how brilliant they were in the way they approached the setup and progress of civilization. We kind of see in 200 years, for example, humanity has progressed from a more medieval and feudal system, which is what Gus, Blood, and Mary grew up with, and has progressed more to an early mercantile system. So you're seeing essentially the move into like 1700s Europe versus 1500s Europe, which is really cool. It's really cool to see that progress with like a few early industrial things like street lamps, street lights, public bathhouses that people can use for hygiene purposes. Really, really neat. I love that transition thing. That's one of the things I liked about Avatar and Korra. My main criticism of Korra was that it was a little too fast. I mean, I love the design of Korra because steampunk with the Avatar thing setting. It's just that it's hard to believe they only did it in 80 years. That was a little fast. That was a little fast. They should have probably had Korra be the Avatar a few generations removed from Aang, but obviously you can't do that because whatever. But yeah, they cranked up the tech change a little too fast. But I still liked what was there. It just didn't make much sense given how old stuff was before and then going into the new. Yeah. But this series does it a lot better. 200 years for technological change and progress makes a lot more sense, especially after humanity's recovering from a giant, devastating war and near total extinction. So, yeah, last episode, really, really good, really solid. So, this episode here, we had the head. Last episode, we had the Prince Ethel. Ethelwald was saying, "Hey, Will, you just murdered a wyvern that conveniently showed up when you arrived, and now you're asking me permission to raise a private army to go down south and patrol the south, which is outside my range. Which I've already told you, I have limited men and resources. I can't even protect the villages that are supposed to be under my direct control, let alone the fringes that are outside of my sphere of influence. You know that I'm beset upon my demons, and you're asking me permission to raise a private army. Yeah, that could be seen as treasonous. Like, you might be coming for my head. You might be want to annex some land and take over and lead a rebellion. Yeah, I might have to kill you because you might be a bad person. So let's see how Will talks himself out of that situation. It seems like Will knew the stakes of what he was asking for. Let's see what happens. All right. As usual, there'll be no audio from the episode because copyright. There is also a screen over the visuals because copyright, but you can still see the subtitles, so if you are able to follow along as you watch, please support the original release. Season 2 of Faraway Paladin comes out October 7th, 2023. We will be covering week to week here on Byte Club Cinema. That's why I'm doing so much Faraway Paladin so fast. I'm prioritizing this over Gene of AI. I need to do Gene of AI at least episode 10 here soon, because I'm running out of episodes for it. So I do need to catch up on that. But I'll get back into it probably Tuesday. So, alright. Let us start the episode in 3, 2, 1, go! And we're right into the intro. No intro or recap, just straight. Okay, here's the intro. Yeah, one series I should do is Mob Psycho 100. It's got 3 seasons and it's done. I should cover that one, but that's for later. I'm trying to do shorter series, like 12 episode, 13 episode stuff, since I can commit to that and reasonably get it out. Longer ones will come as I get more used to it, as this becomes more habit, and I can be more sure of my time. Basically, I don't want to start a series and then never finish it, because I would feel really bad about that. So things like Fire Force, for example, are not on the table for right now. Like later on, I will totally do Fire Force, because Fire Force is a really, really awesome series that deserves more love than what it got. It's really solid. But I think I would probably do more S tier series. Oh, and for those wondering, for coming up on Spoopy Month, as we go through October, I'm going to be doing Call of the Night. Call of the Night will be the new series I do while doing Faraway Paladin Season 2, because it's themed for Spoopy Month. So why not? Vampire love story. And it is an S tier anime from 2022. Easily one of the best series of 2022. It was very, very good. I love the use of color. I may do it solo. I may try to find someone to do it with. Alright, here we go. Let's consider the option of killing you. Whoa. How frightening. And how would you have me die? Yeah, like... Treatment came too late when he started to spit up blood. I'll say you were poisoned. Hero can't prove his identity. The operating region he doesn't even govern. Right. Yeah, Will totally understands. Yeah, Will is understanding. I can handle those two, but projectiles? Yeah. Paladin's like, and Will's like, eh. Yeah, I could fight my way out, but it's probably best to just speak my way out. If all saltiness, what would give salt its salty flavor? Those who carry a flame live only in the sunlight. But what do they shine their flames? Yeah. Yes. Light must go into the darkness in order to shine brightest. Right. I carry a flame. That is why I march into the darkness. Right. Grant permission for this undertaking of mine. Yes. So he's speaking earnestly. He's using grace field doctrine as part of the request. He's couching it as this is a religious mission I am on. This path will lead to despair. Even if it works, you will pay the price. I have business with that despair you speak of. Right, and we go back to episode 1. Will rejecting despair. Will wanting to help others. Because he knows what despair is like, and he doesn't want to go back to it. And he doesn't want others to slide into it. You have quite a good friend. Yeah. Yeah, Metal was like, I could kill you. I could kill you real easy. And Will's like, oh, you have my back. That's awesome. Yeah, and now Bagley starts by chewing out Ethelbad. Yeah, this shows us the dynamic here. Because Bagley just gets right up in Ethelbad's face. It's like, Ethelbald. I keep calling Ethelbad. It's Ethelbald. Make no rash actions. He is a member of my temple. He is mine. Ah, he's signing protocol. Hey, you violated protocol. What the hell? Seemed happy to send him to me. Sure. Yeah, and you can bet he will, yes. He's not what you think he is. Yeah, ask you to assemble a private army. Yeah, and Bagley's like, you moron! Yeah, I'm thinking of making him a knight. Okay, yeah, because if you make him a knight, then he works for you, and then it was not then his success. There we go, a paladin. I make him a knight, you make him a priest. That makes him a paladin. Fall under our joint authority. You can always kick him out if you want. Yeah, he has his distinction to be a knight, and Bagley's like, don't surprise this on me. Assuming I become spare me your games. Yeah, you can see that dynamic. Yeah, Bagley. This is why Bagley has such a loud, outgoing demeanor, because he's used to tangling with people like Ethelbald, who is probably trying to balance economic concerns at the expense of the temple. And Bagley's like, I will not have that. Yeah, Bagley was very clearly trying to protect him there, because he was very worried about Ethelbald murdering him or using him as a pawn. That's why he said, like, he belongs to the temple. You do not touch him. Insolence. Yeah, he has many unresolved. You two came to my temple. And does to her buddy. Got himself talking. Ah, okay. So she was an orphan that he adopted. See, that shows, yeah. He has connections everywhere and loyal subordinates. He's a good man. Yes, he is kind to his daughter. And he acknowledges what Bagley did. I did nothing to warrant your gratitude. Hmm. Right. But he did, and he's seeing that. Yeah. But the fact that he just thanked Bagley for what he did, Bagley's like, ah, you saw what I did. Good. Man in the chapel after the evening prayer. I'm not leaving you out of my sight. Yeah, because Bagley genuinely doesn't want him to become a pawn for Ethelbald. Yeah, I don't know what an evening prayer is. I'm not familiar with your custom. Right, he just doesn't know them under the correct names. Right, he just thought, okay, yeah, so in 200 years, the religious teachings have changed. He's familiar with very old. So, yeah, Bagley immediately says, come for 200 years. Yeah, yeah. He's bringing back. This is like someone from 150 years ago used to the Latin Mass in Catholicism coming to modern days. Like, wait, you don't use Latin anymore? No, we haven't for a while. Oh, where'd that change? Yeah, so that's great. I love it. Again, love it. But Bagley's like, okay, you knew these as another thing. I know enough history to be able to navigate this. But oh wait, you studied a long-lived race, didn't you? Like, yeah, I mean mummies count. So yeah, yeah. And this is how Bagley devotes himself. Because he is a priest. And he is, yeah, 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 he's comparable to Mary. That gives you the sign that, yeah, he is very good at what he does. He's not a fake. He understands politics enough to despise it, but he is a very good priest. If not even higher, yeah. Yeah, who does he. Right. What do you think the blessing is? Bagley's Right. Bagley understands it with more nuance than Will does because he's older. Mary also has this kind of nuance as well, but she was intending to let Will to discover it on his own because that's the proper route. The God wishes to achieve something through you. So to live up to the ideals, how to use it. Right. Do not use it for your own convenience. Right. The land is wild. Yeah, yell and intimidate, the vulgar attitude. Yes, use favors. Yeah, I have to be a man of the material world. Right. He has to wallow in filth, and he can't use a divine blessing while you're wallowing in filth. It would disgrace his guardian deity. Right. He has to refrain. He basically has to refrain from bringing glory to Volt because of what he has to do politically. But the vice bishop, he keeps him above the fray. And so the vice bishop can use it. Will can also do it because he is doing Gracefield's work. He's not, yeah. But Bagley understands both the political and divine realities. He's a man who's blended it. His attitude, his rough exterior, is a facade that he has developed to bring survival and to improve the temple, to achieve the holy mission without the blessing, because he understands. Yeah. You can tell that him and Ethelbald have come into conflict. They respect each other, though. Ethelbald clearly respects him. Right. Yeah, Ethelbald and Bagley butt heads, but they respect each other and they recognize they're both acting for the good of the community, even if they disagree. And they are capable, but you can see how they are capable of bouncing off each other. And the priest, what was your pledge? And Bagley's like, oh, geez, that's one hell of a pledge. That is one of the worst pledges I've ever heard because that's the most extreme. Oh, good lord. You are taking on a foolish quest, young man, and this is going to bring you pain and suffering because, boy, I've seen this before. I should respect this man. Yes. Bagley, Will has enough skill to see through the facade and the man underneath, and Bagley understands, you see me for what I am, don't you? Okay, that's what he was testing as well. The glory and prestige, right. On the line for battle and adventure. Yeah, right. Demon Beast Hide. Yeah, see what they've collected. Bagley's character is just wonderful. I love Bagley's character. He's written so well, and they show, don't tell with his actions and stuff. And you can infer so much from his attitude and the back and forth. And I love that interplay. That balance between Ethelbald and Bagley is so good. Don't be so stingy, yeah. The adventurers want money. They want to be paid. Look at his fingers. What you want is a madman, am I right? You want someone who'll risk their lives, who are just reckless idiots. Well, hey, I am that idiot. The demon boss. The leader of the demons in the western part. Yeah, he's going after the stronghold. But yeah, and see, he was smart enough not to go charge in. He wants yeah. Location's unclear. Nice, fun, stupid little shot. It's like, oh, this is my idea of fun. All I need is food and a bed. Yeah. I need food and a bed, and I'm coming along. All right. Yeah, and we saw Raystoff's name. So this is a callback. Remember when the bard was going over songs? It's like, oh, Raystoff the Piercer. Like everyone's heard that song. That's him. He has now met another person who has a lot of songs on him. Yeah, and she's working on a new intro, new song. Can you not write about me right in front of me? Yeah, I'm gonna make it great. It's like, and he's like, it seems a little self-absorbed. Yeah. His lack of narcissism is a nice thing. The sick and injured, and I can heal him. Yeah. Beastwoods and White Sails. Get some trade going. Let's open up a trade route. You need to have a good understanding how money works. Yes. I mean, obviously, growing up, even in our world, you wouldn't necessarily have a great raced off the penetrator. There we go. Yep. This is why you're so useless. She just wants to extract bardic tails. Uh, Closer to the truth. Hey, I'm trying to make history here. I want history. If you have skills, yeah, I'm not interested in my rep. I'm interested in my proving myself with skill. Yeah, he's like ambiguous. What do you mean? Yeah, and hardly anyone knows what actually happened. Fill in the gaps. Yeah, it's like, why are you such a mystery? Right, and she's a bard with standards. It's like I don't like to just have a bunch of lies and half truths. I want what actually happened. But Ryan stuff's like, I don't literally don't care about any of these songs we're writing. Just do whatever. Oh no. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's have these two fight off. Yay! She's like a shipping fangirl. It's like, yes! I'm gonna pair these two off! Everyone will love it. Yeah, we see some of the damage to shops and things like that. You can see this kind of shop development as well. Tsukimichi also does a little bit with its development. Man, I love fantasy world building though. It's so good. It's one reason I like steampunk. It's a little closer to the industrial era, which is more fun. But yeah, no, Bagley had the kids. Bagley had Will's interest in mind. It's like you really should decline this. This is not going to end well. And Will's like, I know it's not going to end well, but I'm doing it anyway. Like I'm doing this to fight the despair in the world. So now he is knighted. So now he's officially a knight, and he's also of the temple. So a knight of the temple, you're a paladin, kid. Just watch out for the order of Hassan Sabah. Ha ha. Anyway, It's 9 anyway. That was terrible. Yes, the ceremony. You who are a knight, uphold the teachings. Now, I guess that's the vice bishop there. Yeah. But yeah, so Bagley is to attach to the earthly world, but it allows him to keep his vice bishop above it. That's a really fun dynamic. But Will is one of the first to actually see Bagley's true worth behind the facade, and Bagley appreciates that a lot. It's one reason he takes a liking to Will so much. It's why he literally picks a fight with Ethelbald over just Will, because he realizes, I know this kid's good and light, god of knowledge. Right. So if you abuse your grace for personal gain, the god will eventually take it away. The gods want you to use their grace to advance their goals. At least as a trade-off. We give you power, but you gotta act in our name. And now he is a paladin. So now he is the Faraway Paladin. There you go. We're having grappling matches. Come join us. Wait, what? What? Oh, you're his servant. What? No, he's my friend. What? Wait, what do you mean you're not my friend? Hold on. Yes. And we see the impact he's already having on the small group. Menel has a friend. His friends are making money with his legend. He's increased his standing between, and that's how I became the Faraway Paladin. There we go. Title drop. Nice. All right. Now we have episodes 11 and 12. So now it's hard to say where Volume 2 ended. Did Volume 2 end when they arrived at White Sails, or did Volume 2 end with him achieving the Paladin status, and then like 11 and 12 are taken from Volume 3? I'm not sure. I don't know where in the light novel this covers. Maybe 11 and 12 are both the third novel, which would be very short. Maybe we'll get more of Volume 3 in the second season. Unsure. I'm unsure of what the pacing is for the light novel. But like that feels like that would be the end of one of the volumes for the light novel. I'm just not sure where. Um, but yeah, I love Bagley's character. We learned so much about him in this. That interplay of material and holy, and he understands that I have to engage the material world to keep the temple alive. But that means I can't really do the holy stuff because, yeah, I come off as kind of scummy. And so you have that internal tension where he can't use the very thing that he is very, very good at. As Will says, this guy is holier than him, is even more touched than he is, but he can't let it out because he has to do so much bribery and coercion and things like that just to keep up with Ethelbald. That's why he's a match for Ethelbald. And again, mutual respect there. You can see that in the interplay in the earlier exchange. You can see that that's probably how a lot of their meetings go whenever they cross paths. And Bagley wants to keep the temple as a distinct political entity, so it is not subsumed by Ethelbald's designs, because that's part of his piousness, is making sure the temple stands alone. The temple must be genuinely welcoming for people. It must not turn into a political tool. It must not be subsumed as something to just, trade favors and so on. Like, he will do favors and things, but with the goal of keeping the temple as an autonomous entity. Church and state. Bagley wants to push the separation of church and state. Ethelbald, as you can see, his character would probably happily start turning the temple into a moneymaker or into a political connection thing to help establish the to do White Sails on autonomy. Because Ethelbald is about all of White Sails. Bagley is about specifically the temple. But Ethelbald respects the fact that they both understand they're both trying to do what is best. They just have different domains. And some now and then they probably come into conflict, which is why Bagley does what he does, to try to win as many of those conflicts as he can. But you can also see, I mean, Ethelbald's smart enough, like he can handle Bagley's attitude. He probably gives as good as he gets on those two. Those two have traded punches, and they've probably had to compromise more than a few times with the two of them sometimes taking the L and sometimes taking the dub. That's how that works. I really like that. I really like that kind of interaction because it was shown, not told. So much we can infer from it. It's very cleverly written dialogue, very well acted. The voice acting pulls it off very well. I also, again, I love the little world building where Will doesn't know the modern names for the religious stuff, and Bagley's like, "Oh, you got taught the old ways. Oh, okay. Well, I expect that you know the old etiquette and stuff. You just know the old stuff. Jeez. Okay, you're. I mean, I thought you just were know nothing. No, it's like you do know stuff. You just like you know the stuff that most people these days don't. Like I know this, but that's because I'm kind of awesome. That's impressive. He's actually impressed. You can tell, like he hides it, but you can tell that Bagley's impressed that Will knows this obscure old knowledge. But then he reaches the correct logical conclusion. It's like, wait, so the only one who could currently teach you would be a long-lived race. Was that it? It's like, okay, but he doesn't probe further. He doesn't say, well, which long-lived that. Bagley doesn't say which long-lived race taught you. He's just like, was it a long-lived race? Yes. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. That actually explains a lot about you, like why you have the old ways to you that I find quite agreeable, and you just know it as like X, Y, Z as opposed to current names. Okay, that's actually really neat. That makes you interesting. It explains some of the stuff, but Bagley has the decency not to like probe further. You know, not to make Will get specific. He's respectful on that. That's him showing Will some respect. Because it's like, yeah, you're young, you got a lot to learn, and I'm trying to show you like this path you're choosing here, which is being the paladin, serving both the state and the temple at the same time, trying to save people in the wilderness from the darkness. This is a rough path that you are going. You are in for a lot of hardship because you have to expect Bagley has probably seen this before. He's old. He's experienced. They said that it sounds like Bagley was in the northernmost continent and he moved. Like he ran an orphanage. That's where he got his daughter. And then they moved to White Sails at the request of Ethelbald. So that's also interesting. So Bagley and Ethelbald probably had some back and forth before. It's like there was something about Bagley that Ethelbald knew. That's why he chose Bagley to come with him. So implies a whole bunch of backstory there. I hope we get more of that in the next season. I'm curious what the backstory and the connections are between those two. Like, was Bagley an advisor to Ethelbald when he was younger? Because Ethelbald's younger, Bagley's older, so the two may have known each other when Ethelbald was a kid. That would be kind of neat. But but we know Bagley came down here, he's probably seen other people try for this. While not common, he has probably seen very earnest and well-meaning people who get religious and go on religious missions, and he's probably seen a lot of them, if not all of them, get just utterly torn apart by those kinds of quests, that kind of utter devotion, and that's why he's so cautious to it. It's why he tries to make the temple as strong as it is to support people and give them the comfort that they may not have if they get really religious. And he has no time for fools or pretenders, but he has a lot of sympathy, a lot of concern for people who get that religious because he knows what will happen, and he's trying to dissuade Will, but he respects Will enough to be like, okay, you're devoted. You know what? I'm not going to dissuade you from it. You're gonna need to touch the hot stove. You're gonna find out what happens. Good luck, kid. But I'll give you the support I have. You know, as he said, I'm going to send a few people with you. He doesn't write Will off. It's like, I will give you some support because I can afford to give you support. That's why the temple exists. Bagley creates the temple so he can give support like that, so he can sacrifice a few, send them into danger, but he knows, this is for a good cause. So it shows Bagley's tacit support even as it also shows his fatherly concern. He disguises his fatherly concern in a very gruff and rough manner. And I like that. I like that. I like characters who, even though they act mean, are fundamentally good and well-meaning. Gran Torino Gran Torino, the Clint Eastwood movie, and is a great example of that. Love that movie. Gran Torino is a wonderful, wonderful movie, and it has that kind of theme right there, and I really like it. Let's see. All right, that's about all I can think of for the moment. So yay! If you're watching this on YouTube as a VOD, please make sure to check me out live on my Twitch. That's where I usually stream this. I'm streaming this one on Friday. I don't normally do Byte Club Cinema on Friday. Sometimes it's Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Fridays, but I'll be doing this again Tuesday. And I'll be getting back into Gene of AI as well. I know I've been putting that one off. I'm probably, let's see, what time is it? Yeah, I'm not going to do a third episode. We'll save episodes 11 and 12 for next time. Probably Tuesday, knock those out. But hey, not bad. I got another couple episodes of Faraway Paladin done. We're almost done with this season 1. Season 2 comes out October 7th. We will be doing that week to week. We'll be doing it with Call of the Night once Gene of AI is done. And yeah, but this is great. As you can tell, I'm really enjoying these episodes. I love the world building, and I love the writing is so good as the characters go. And this is really what I loved about this series. So, all right, check me out, join in live, interact with me in the chat if you can. Thank you very much. Okay, this is Dominic Bytes signing out. When next we meet, may your robot body be fully charged.
Also, hi, Dominic!
Hey, Dominic Bytes. Welcome. Welcome on by.
Hey, yes, welcome to the stream, Dominic Bytes. Hopefully everything works out for you, buddy.
Welcome to stream, Dominic!
Hi, Dominic.
Dominic. Yep. Hi. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, though.
Hello, Dominic. Hello, darling. How you doing, darling?
Hello, Dominic.
So hello, Dominic. How are you doing? Welcome in.
Dominic! Hello, Dominic. I hope you're doing good today.
How's it going, Dominic? Welcome in.
Mwah.
Hi, Dominic. How you doing, Cheese Pie?
Hi, Dominic.
Hi, Dominic. Hi, Dominic. Hi, sweetie. It's good to see you.
Hi, Dominic. Hi, Dominic.
Dominic, hello.
Hello, Dominic Bytes. Hello.
Dominic Bytes, hello.
Dominic, thank you. Can you stop slamming shit?
Hey, Dominic.
Hello, Dominic Bytes. Hello, hello.
Dominic Bytes, you productive little devil. Dominic Bytes. Oh, it's you.
Oh my god. Also, thank you for clipping as always, Dom. You are so sweet. I really appreciate you. You are an absolutely wonderful being, as all of you are.